The restoration chamber hummed with ancient energy as System GAIA completed its millionth diagnostic cycle. Deep within Earth's reinforced core, protected from the cosmic radiation that had rendered the surface uninhabitable, the last remnants of humanity slept in quantum suspension. They had slept for nearly 868,000 years longer than intended. Final restoration sequence initiated, GUAA announced to the empty chamber. Awakening Protocol Alpha commencing in 3, 2, 1. The first to awaken was Dr. Amara Chen, lead architect of the Salvation Protocol. Her consciousness materialized within the neural interface before her physical form began to reconstruct from its quantum state. Disoriented, she reached for memories that felt simultaneously seconds and eons old. GAIA status report, she commanded, her voice raspy from centuries of disuse. Welcome back, Dr. Chen. Current date is approximately 870,426 AD by your calendar. Restoration of the primary council is at 97% completion. Amara froze. There's been an error. We were scheduled to reawaken in 2000 AD. Negative. Multiple extinction-level events occurred within the first millennium of suspension. The awakening criteria were never met until 14 solar days ago. Across the chamber, 4 other suspension pods activated, bringing forth the remaining members of humanity's leadership council. Last was Commander Alejandro Vega, whose military bearing remained intact, despite the incomprehensible time that had passed. GAIA, he called out, steadying himself against his pod. What triggered the awakening protocol now, after all this time? The AI's voice carried a hint of what almost sounded like excitement. The emergence of a Class 9 quantum transmission from the vicinity of Alpha Centauri. It matches the frequency parameters set in the awakening criteria. Intelligent life, whispered Dr. Kimioka Okafor, the xenobiologist. We're not alone anymore. Across 16 star systems and through the quantum fabric of space-time, Supreme Counselor Zix of the Galactic Federation received an emergency transmission from the Reconnaissance Division. Impossible, the 9-limbed being declared, their bioluminescent skin flashing patterns of disbelief and alarm. The cradle world has been dead for over 800 millennia. The readings are confirmed, Supreme Counselor, insisted Director Thale, a gaseous entity suspended in a containment field. Something has activated on the third planet. The quantum signatures match those from the Forbidden Archives. The Federation Council chamber fell silent. Every species represented there knew the legends of the first ones, the mythical progenitors who had supposedly seeded intelligent life throughout the galaxy before mysteriously vanishing. Most dismissed these tales as creation myths, though the archaeological evidence on 1,000 worlds suggested a common point of origin. The humans, whispered Elder Crux, the most ancient member of the council. They were thought to be nothing but legends, tales to explain the ruins and artifacts that share impossible similarities across our worlds. Supreme Counselor Zix's skin rippled with decision patterns. Dispatch the first contact fleet immediately. All member species shall send representatives. If the humans have indeed returned, the prophecy of 7 ages may be unfolding. On Earth, the restoration of humanity continued. 5,000 minds were gradually reintegrated with their physical form scientists, engineers, artists, and leaders who had volunteered for the Salvation Protocol when it became clear that Earth would soon be uninhabitable. We've detected multiple approaching vessels, reported Commander Vega, studying the holographic display. They'll reach Earth orbit within 6 hours. Dr. Chen's fingers danced across the archaic interface. GAIA. What defenses remain operational? Defensive capabilities are at 24% capacity. However, the approaching vessels do not match any known hostile configurations from pre-suspension databases. Dr. Okafor joined them, her eyes wide with excitement. They're slowing, establishing stable orbits. This is a cautious approach, not an attack formation. A communication request flashed across their screens, utilizing a surprisingly compatible quantum frequency. After brief hesitation, Amara nodded to GAIA. Accept transmission. The holographic projection that materialized before them showed a diverse gathering of beings, some vaguely humanoid, others utterly alien in form. Greetings, humans of Earth, spoke a translator algorithm. We are representatives of the Galactic Federation, a cooperative of 78 intelligent species. Your awakening has triggered ancient protocols within our collective databases. Commander Vega stepped forward. Identify yourselves and your intentions. The gaseous entity at the center expanded slightly. I am Director Thal of Reconnaissance Division. We come in peace, seeking confirmation of your identity. Are you truly the ones called humans, originators of the seed code? The Leadership Council exchanged bewildered glances. Seed code? Amara asked. The genetic template found on all homeworlds of current Federation species. According to our oldest records, a species called humans seeded the stars with modified versions of their own genetic material before their mysterious disappearance. Many believed you were merely legends. Dr. Okafor gasped. Project Genesis. It was theoretical, a last-ditch effort to preserve Earth's genetic heritage by adapting it to other worlds. But it was never implemented before we entered suspension. Your records are incomplete, the alien responded. According to the archives, your kind sent thousands of automated vessels carrying genetic material and terraforming equipment to potential habitable worlds approximately 867,000 years ago, shortly before all transmissions from Earth ceased. Commander Vega's expression hardened. GAIA. Is this possible? Did the previous generation implement Project Genesis without documenting it in our files? The AI paused before responding. Accessing deep archives. Confirmed. Project Genesis was initiated by the previous administration 7 days before your suspension. Data was classified under Extinction Protocol. So while we slept, Amara whispered, life from Earth spread throughout the galaxy. And evolved, added Dr. Okafor, into entirely new species.